In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to model an energy dissipator using a civil cell. Before we do that, as discussed in the ditch design manual, you need to first have a horizontal alignment created for the energy dissipator that has a vertical alignment associated with it as well. So that's been done. It's also a good idea to lay out a horizontal line representing the point from the end of your energy dissipator to where the grading transition will end. You don't need a vertical profile for that. All right, first step is to go to Place Civil Cell. Go to the ellipsis button, select the correct DGN library and civil cell. At the prompt Locate Reference Element, select the horizontal alignment and give that a minute to process. Reset to skip the next step and then accept. Now initially it's going to look pretty messed up. We're going to go ahead and fix that. Go to your level display and turn off all levels except the construction level. The reason this is messed up is the construction lines are built off of tangency to these circles, and so you have two different options for tangency, and sometimes it gets it right and sometimes it doesn't, and when it doesn't get it right you have to come in and fix it. So this side is correct, this side is not. So select that line and then hover over the point of tangency where it says move point, click, set your snap mode to tangent, and now this next step is important. You need to make sure that before you click the left button here to snap that you are in fact getting that tangent snap symbol there. That will reprocess, and now our energy dissipator looks like it's supposed to. Now the next step is to make adjustments to our energy dissipator to match our specific design. The civil cell comes in with default dimensions, so you need to change those dimensions so that they match your specific design at this location. Before I start editing, I'm going to drop the civil cell. Temporarily put these levels back on, and then select drop civil cell, locate the civil cell, and that gets dropped. Okay, now I can turn these levels back off. Okay, now I'm going to go into my profile and select a profile and note that I have 6-foot offsets from my top of bank to my bottom of bank. In the design that comes in, I actually have 4-foot offsets. So I need to go through and change those. So I'll do this one first. I'm going to select each one of these. Make sure you select the center offset. Select the next one. Now next I'll select this one. Note that these are gray and uneditable, so right click and they become editable. And then go ahead and make that change. The next one is this one. Right click and make that change if necessary. I don't need to make that change. I'm going to leave that the way that is, but that's, if you want to make that change, if you want to change the width of the apron, that's how you would do it. I need to change the side offsets now. As you saw, I put in a positive. It should have been a negative. Make sure you pay attention to the signs. And the same thing for the other side. Next step is the width. Again, always make sure that you are selecting the center, not the offsets on either end. I'm going to make this minus 12. And same thing for the other side. Now I need to adjust my radii. Okay, this last step is a bit tricky. What if you need to adjust the width of the back of your, the bottom width of the energy dissipator pool to match the span of your incoming conduit? So there's two steps here. First thing I'm going to do, zoom in a little bit here and select this, and then right click on it, and that's what you want to see. I need to change both of these numbers here. I want to change them from 2 to 3, so I go from a 4-foot bottom width to a 6-foot bottom width. Change that 2 to a 3, and this one. Now that I've done that, I can go ahead to this one, select that line, and then there's a dimension here, this length, change that length to match it. And then do the same here. Select the line, and then change that length. Okay, I finished making all of my edits, but to check this and verify it, I want to go to my profile model and create a 3D cut. Give yourself lots of room on either end. You can see that this isn't quite right. The 3D model is not matching up with my profile. The reason this is happening is because I have a 2-foot offset for the apron, but if I select my profile, you can see I actually have a 3-foot apron. So I need to fix that. So let's come in here. And change that 2 to a 3. And now refresh my 3D cut. And now that looks good. Looks like it's supposed to. Another important way to check your design is to look at cross sections. So under the corridors tab, dynamic sections, open cross section view, locate corridor. So I'm going to select that horizontal alignment. Left offset, right offset, note the beginning, and then accept an interval, let's say 2. And then select the window. And then you can step through and make sure that everything looks like it should. And it does.